Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of Malt and Magic Campaign 2. Almost said the Forgotten Kingdom of Nile in there, but didn't. Anyway, welcome back. You join us once again in this chaotic, mystery tour of NOF. But yes, let's run down our usual thank yous and shout outs before we get straight into the chaos and sort of pick up exactly where we left off last week. So let's begin with our virtual tabletop and mapping tools. A huge shout out and thank you to Incarnate, Albo Radio and Dungeon Alchemist, all of which enable us to do that virtual tabletop and bring you sort of the action to life, so to speak. And then, of course, there's the visual tools that we use. So Hero Forge, which is the main one there, if not the only one, apart from maybe 2-minute tools there for character generation, token generation, and all that visual aspect. They are then the DM's tools I use in the background. So Ksoon, 5e Magic Shop, 2-minute tools, Thieves Guild, and World Anvil. So thank you to all of them for all of the assistance that they provide me in making this game as smooth as it can be. Of course, any musical tracks you hear, or most of the musical tracks you'll hear, are courtesy of Tabletop Audio, so thanks to them. And then there is BattleBards. BattleBards 2.0 has been released, and it is good. It is very, very, very good. So Dave and I have been working away in the background a little bit to get that set up for ourselves, but I am pleased to announce that our first giveaway is now going ahead. So more details on that in just a second, but a huge shout out to BattleBards, whom we are affiliated with. So you can go and sign up at BattleBards right now and use the code Malt and Magic and get yourselves a cheeky discount. That may change in the coming weeks because they have a new model of signing up, new subscription model associated with it. So going to go and discuss with them around what that means for affiliate codes and those sorts of bits. But for now, you can still go use the code if you wish to get that discount. And as I say, I'll talk about the giveaway in just a second. So, what else to talk about? Social media channels, you can see them all along the bottom there. Please go and check them out. There's been updates across Instagram, TikTok, obviously YouTube anyway with the video updates, but across IG and TikTok with some of our clips and sillier videos and some of our funniest moments. So do not miss out on them. They are very funny to watch back. And then, of course, if you want to get even more interactive with us, please come and join us on the Discord channel, where there is everything now from Campaign 1 homebrew, feats, items, and the like, all the homebrews coming through, any updates that we need to publish will be posted out on there, places for you to go and chat, and yeah, just interact with the crew. And, of course, that's becoming our little Malt and Magic family, so if you want to sort of post about your own stream or anything else that you're doing, please do that so everybody within our little family can support each other. Let's go and check that out. The podcast has had one hell of a week. I think when we released the episode on Friday, the views shot up immensely. So we went from 2,050 listens, 2,050 listens all the way to 2,200. So it was ridiculous. We've had 150 different listens in the space of about 4 days. So thank you to everyone who is listening on the podcast and supporting there. It is amazing to see. I don't have the stats for the YouTube channel, but I know they are increasing as well. So I just want to say thank you from all of us here for all the support you're providing. Go and check out the YouTube channel for any past episodes, including Campaign 1 and the one-shots. And then, of course, go check out the podcast as well if you want it in audio format. The Twitch channel has had its updates, so hopefully you should see all of them now. And I think that's it for my thank yous and shout outs. So I will talk about the giveaway when we get into the full screen mode with everybody here. But until then, that's me. So my usual warnings do apply. There will be adult language and most certainly adult humour and a lot of chaos. You have been warned. Let's roll.
Hello.
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 I was watching the wrong screen. The wrong screen there. Screen. So I wasn't expecting you guys to pop up there because you'd not popped up here yet. But anyway, let's put that away.
That's what she said.
Because that's just confusing. Yes, indeed. Cool. Let's run down the lineup very quickly, and then we'll talk about all things giveaways. Yes, wrong screen. That is the clip for this evening, apparently, straight away. Cool. I am Matt. I am your Dungeon Master who sometimes gets his words in a muck and fuddle. So, yeah. Enjoy that. I also play something of the psychic character. Psychic character? Companion character? What are we calling it at this point?
Main character.
It's Cog. Main character,
Main
yeah.
character.
The BBG. That's me. I know that I go next. I haven't still taken 11 episodes to get used to this. I'm Dave, and I play Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi rogue.
You sound 100% positive about that.
It really took a lot of effort and energy to really remember that I'm not doggone playing Jewel, because that would really get confusing.
So I think for campaign 3, the Dungeon Master should be all the way across the other side, just to really fuck everyone up.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Just so that you go last.
A vertical format.
Yeah.
Go with a vertical format. No, really much everyone says.
Top left is Pearson.
Although, if Carsus were on top of any of our characters, I think we'd be happy about it.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm derailing it before we even started. Hello, I'm Danny, and I'm playing Lex, although you're sexually naive, you anti-sorcerer. Not for long, the way, Carsus.
Hello, I am Simo, and I'm playing Carsus Wispcut, so I got that right today. The Blade Singer Wizard Tiefling that, might have some fun with some items that might have been found last session or something. That sounds very wrong, considering the character.
You've made that sound very CD. It's because you've got a poorly sexy husky voice, that's what it is.
I was going to say,
because I'm
we
very
have to bear
ill.
with someone very, very poorly tonight. So, yes, we will take care of him, poor boy. Cool. So that's obviously the lineup. Now, in terms of giveaway, BattleBards have kindly given us a 1-month subscription to give away for absolutely free to somebody, and I am going to do that tonight.
Woo!
So I was eyeing up whether to do it when we hit 80 followers, when we hit 100 followers, but at the break, we are going to think of a question to ask. Whoever gets it right, boom, you'll get access to that subscription. So you have to be active, obviously, in Twitch and in the chats. If you don't, you're fucked. And if that goes well, if more people are interested, I can have a conversation with BattleBards as well to get some more of those subscriptions as well. So you'll get a free month. Go and enjoy it. We'll sort that out at the break. Cool. So, last episode was a lot of fun, actually. I think we all enjoyed last week. Slight break from the main campaign, shall we say, and the getting out of Thalissa and avoiding the bounty that is now on our heads. Having frequented the bazaars of Zumkar, you made your way back to the Ebon Mirth, having offended a waitress, drugged a bookshop owner, and generally caused chaos throughout the city, somewhat. You returned to the ship to find Romeo in conversations with a very beautiful female who introduced herself as the wife of Rashid, a very, very well-known merchant of rare magical items throughout the city. And she explained that her husband had gone missing. So I just had to very quickly remember what the hell name I'd given to her. So Adira explained to you that her husband had gone missing. And this was weird because he was due to bring a rare item to the Ebon Mirth to then be traded in Agruz, or at least sent to Agruz as part of a trade. Explained that this was a magic sword of sorts, a rare item. You had a conversation with her about her and her husband's business and how that worked, what they were up to, tried to get some more information about why somebody might have gone after Rashid, and then the detective work was on. As you ventured out into the city to find where Rashid had been, where they had potentially encountered folks, and eventually you found the trail. You found the blood trail and the scrape marks and began to follow it, with Jewel dashing up onto the roofs and then darting around the city in various places, with Lex and Karsus being not so stealthy and knocking over all sorts of different things and walking into carts and collapsing said carts, as Jewel gingerly sort of touched down on top of it, only to then find a rug stall, if you like, rug and carpet stall and cloth stall, where they explained that they'd not necessarily seen Rashid, but Rashid had been by earlier, and that they had seen some folks approaching a warehouse. This warehouse was very much decrepit, dilapidated, and all but destroyed, to be honest. Decrepit is another word there. You ventured into the warehouse. Karsus turning invisible for one of the funniest moments of the stream so far in campaign 2. And yes, finding a trapdoor underneath a crate, or a hatch underneath a crate. You opened said hatch, had a conversation, alerted a few guards. Karsus snuck down, and then the fight was on. All hell broke loose. You found 3 strange individuals in these robes, and 2 guards, or 2 soldiers of sorts. Karsus had identified where Rashid was hidden in a bundle of cloth, and you set about putting these foes to bed, so to speak, with one of my favourite moments of combat, where Lex had downed an enemy, went to go and see if they could healed them, they attacked him, so Lex then just dragon pressed them, and that was the end of that day. Yeah, that was the end of that guy's day. Cool. So having then rescued Rashid, you'd pulled them out from underneath these cloths, and they'd asked you to fetch the sword, and they'd I think you had done that at this point. So you're all still in the basement of this warehouse, if you like. The light has faded on the barrel that it had been cast on by one of the individuals, and so you are left in this dim light now. What would you like to do?
Are you quite alright, Rashid?
Well, as I said, I could use a nice hot tea, I think.
I believe that your wife is waiting for you at our ship. Maybe we reconvene over on the ship.
Did she send you after me?
Absolutely. She
What
cares
did
for
she
you very
promise
much. Sorry?
What did she promise you?
Well,
A pick from your collection. Anything we wanted, I think she said.
I do love that woman, but I am certainly not worth giving away the merchandise. Very well, gentlemen, or people, do lead on.
Just before we go, I want to give sorry, I want to have a look at the papers that are on the table, and kind of just go through them, see what there might be.
okay, Barry
An
White.
investigation check.
It's working for me.
I mean, I'm gonna struggle to concentrate.
Situation normal then.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I'm not even going to take offence.
Take a gate, it's lighter.
Truth
Hey,
bomb.
there's my shit joke of the evening.
Wow.
Yeah, bad one that. Very good. Investigation check then, please, Cassis.
Oh yes. Let's see how you roll today. Excuse you.
Sounds really, really bad.
I just tried to move the fan because I was like, damn, it's warm in here tonight. It's gone like, 12 degrees in the past, 24 hours.
It's warmer now.
Yeah, for all of it. So it is... and so I've just put the fan on, and I just thought, I'll just tilt it up. Well, apparently the grill hit the fan blades. Yeah, well, I can do it
10 minutes in, guys.
Like,
Come on,
10 minutes in. Here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Anyway,
Right.
investigation, that was 21.
21. So even in this dim light, you having dark vision are able to sort of see across these documents, and you can see there is a contract of sorts laid out that it looks like these individuals were discussing, which was not only the trade of the blade, which you can see noted down as the blade of the Gin Slayer, and that is not the alcoholic gin, but DJINN. Because if it was the blade of the Gin Slayer, that would very much be whatever blade I had next to me somewhere. Anyway, but also the kidnapping of Rashid.
On a side
Does it
note, guys,
say-
in a couple of episodes, we're going to be fighting a djinn. Just saying.
Does it
Yeah,
say
we might need that
the...
in about 14 episodes' time.
does it mention the two parties in the contract?
No. At least not that you can see.
Party A will provide Party B with the aforementioned...
Yeah, can I get all the
aforementioned-
clauses?
Where's ChatGPT? Type me up a very quick contract.
No. Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. In that case, if there's nothing else on the table, just lead Rashid to up the steps if he needs. Does he look
relay
like
this
he's
information
in a bad
to us?
like situation, or
He's
Is he
got
hurt?
a
Is he-
bruise to the side of his sort of cheek here, and that's where he's sort of been. Looks like somebody just clocked him one and knocked him clean out.
he can live with that?
He's certainly
You
not
relay
complaining.
what the contract says to us.
Yeah, definitely.
What is a gin?
It's a mighty fine alcoholic drink, actually. You'd rather enjoy it. But no, in this case, Jinn are, well, creatures. One might call them either elemental creatures or arcane creatures, but they are, how best to explain?
I suppose my direct question is, do they operate as like shadows? Can they steal people's essence?
That
By
is a
force,
very good
that sort of
question.
Essence? No, I don't think so, at least. They're more, it's more, as I say, elemental in nature. They've been known to, they've been known to be quite charming in their time, but just generally very powerful beings, and, well, generally, they are good creatures, or at least good-natured.
Okay.
A little bit of chaos thrown in there. Why
Zen,
this blade is so very... Why this blade is so very rare, because to want to destroy a djinn, well, you either have seriously pissed one off, or you are looking to do something for certain nefarious needs.
I take it that Jinn are not coerced into servitude? It is not a protection? Or as you
No,
say,
not
this is more used by those who are looking to do wrongdoing.
Yes.
I take it would be too much for us to ask who is wanting this sort?
Very much so. I'm afraid I simply do not give out the names of my buyers. Not unless they double-cross me. And even then, it's only to those that I send to hunt down and have them killed. So...
please take our details if ever you need us to, be that type of help. We are always looking to stop people who are doing wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Thinking about what you just said.
Based on your abilities today, you'll probably be first on the list going forward.
Yes, that is very generous.
If, like you said, you're so secretive with your sales, who else knew about the purchase of this item? Could it be that the buyer actually betrayed you, double-crossed you?
That is the question. It may be that some individual just saw the fact that I had the blade on me and decided to take a chance. Based on what your very tall and muscular friend here has said, that is clearly not the case. So, somebody has been speaking. Now, I do not suspect it's the buyer, but maybe it is this one who has sold me this item for moving on. So, I will investigate that, don't worry. But thank you nonetheless. My wife has made you promises, and those promises shall be maintained.
You're very welcome.
That is very generous, thank you.
It's good to see you're a
If you
man of
don't
honor.
mind, shall we exit out into the sunlight? It's rather dim down here. Oh, I should say that
Absolutely.
jinn are just one form of genie, like different
Genie.
types of elemental creature. They are
Right.
very specifically related to air.
I honestly believe that they were just child stories. So, this is news to me.
Fascinating.
By all lead.
Allow me. I'll go first. Check that the coast is clear upstairs.
Very good. So you ascend the ladder. Nobody around.
We will head back to the ship.
Okay. So you head up into the warehouse and exit out towards the ship. You can see Rashid maintains a very close proximity to the three of you, and holds the blade. Actually, has wrapped the blade up in some of the cloth that he nicked from the basement of the warehouse.
Can I keep a very firm eye out for anyone who is looking at us weird? Which I know they probably are because we are walking with Rashid, but...
Make me a perception check, please.
Okay. I really should remember what my perception is and use it all the damn time. 15.
15. You wander around. You look around as you head towards the ship. There's a few people that do sort of look towards Rashid and think, who the hell are they? But generally,
Yeah, no funny looks, no.
nobody that sticks out.
Fuck, why is he still here? You know.
Yeah. Cool.
Lovely.
You approach back towards the Ebon Mirth, where Romeo is up on the deck and sees you approaching up the gangplank. Rashid! You made it. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. No, seriously, Adir has been really worried about you, so thank fuck you're alive. Well done, you three. Do you know what? I'm going to throw some gold into this. I don't care what you say, Rashid. Shut the fuck up. You're one of my best sources of trade. 100 gold pieces each. How does that sound?
That
Sounds very generous.
fantastic. Thank you.
Very good. And I knew you'd say yes. Here you go. Throws 3 coin purses out.
We are just weary travellers after all. With a cheeky smile.
Indeed.
These suits don't come cheap. Thank you.
No, but that one's getting a little bit dirty now, Lex. maybe you should invest in a second.
Do you have dry cleaning services?
This might suffice, and he just waves his hand and casts prestidigitation.
Nice!
The dirt.
Oh! Feeling Superfly. How about that? Cobb's looking at his reflection in my shiny shoes.
Yes, Romeo, tea would be fantastic, and do tell my wife that I'm fine. Oh, I know. I am well aware. Thank you, the three of you, as Adira now steps out from that sort of, from the captain's quarters, if you like, and out onto deck, where she wanders up to her husband and just embraces him, and there's a romance about it, but also a very strong sense of sensuality to it. There is a lot of body language in this hug.
Oh my.
Oh, right.
It is good to see you, husband. And you, my dear. Been making promises, I understand.
Yeah, I think it was an artifact each for your safe return, something like that.
Bear with me 1 second, then. Reaches into his robes, pulls out a small satchel, and then places it down. Well, what is it you have need of, then, my friends? Let's settle our debt now.
Oof. You put me on the spot now.
I was about to say.
Everything. I want everything.
This is your chance, Lex, to get, or Danny, to get all the items that Ender lost.
Yeah, that's where they are. He's fucking got them. I do miss that bow. That was my favourite bow.
Do you know, I was literally just thinking that I'm really struggling the fact that I want Jewel to have a +1 or something bow, and yeah, I'm struggling to work out how Jewel will get a bow like that. Yeah, it's a good one.
What sort of items are you more interested? I'm not asking for specifics, of course. That would be far too difficult for anybody to decide. But what are you in need of? Storage, weapons, armor, magical things? Well, it's all magical, but more
All of the
wondrous
above.
type.
Rashid, I hope you may be able to. I am more than happy to explain after this. You are keenly aware of every item and what it does that you are passing on. There is no idea of any missed artifacts that it or things it may be able to do.
Well, my wife is very good at praising items. Very good. So yes, everything in here, we are well aware of what it does and how it works.
That is of an immeasurable comfort, I have to say. Sorry, Lex, you were interested in a lot of these?
Well, I'm the type of guy who likes to see all options on the table before I make a decision, so...
I like your negotiation style. Tell me more about yourselves, and perhaps I can think of what will suit. Why don't we start with yourself, Lex, was it, seeing as you have been the most vocal in this matter?
It's 'cause I'm getting
Who are
giddy.
you? What are you about?
Well, I'm a bastion of law and order, and I just seek to keep the balance in this universe, and, well, this realm and all realms, really. Personally, I'm investigating portals or planar disturbances where you can travel between the realms. That's currently my main prerogative.
Interesting. Especially given this, and pats the bundle, which is the sword. Going back to Jinn, I'm assuming you understand that elementals are not native to the material plane?
Indeed.
Yes. So in order to slay a Jinn, you have to first summon it well, so... May give you more context for why this sword is so special. Anyway, You deal with, or you're tasked with planar rifts and portals. Well, do you know what? Not this one, but pulls out a small bag from underneath the cloak on the other side. Obviously, I can't stick this inside here. That will create all sorts of havoc, but, well, every party needs one. Throws you a small bag that lands at your feet.
Thank you.
It's here, boys. We have
It's like the unofficial level up when you manage to get a bag of holding.
it's the graduation ceremony. Yeah.
It is, it absolutely
And,
is.
and ironically, I
We've
couldn't carry all my
survived 11
stuff
episodes.
previously. So this will help me carry all my stuff that I couldn't carry before.
Yes. Oh,
Absolutely.
it's a good question. What happens if you put the soul coins? That's the one inside.
Ooh,
We're
that's
going
a
to find
great
out in a
question.
minute.
Very well.
Thank you.
next?
Much obliged.
Thank you. I am here, albeit. No, the tooth's still there. We're all good. Very well. Who's next?
Jewel will look to
Sure,
classes.
would you like- Very well. I'll go next then. Well, my name is Karsus Wispcut, but I go by the moniker of the Untouchable Swordsman. So anything you might have that allows me to be a little bit more defensive and not be cut or hit in battle, or be slightly faster, I will accept. In lacking that, if that little bag of yours has perhaps a spell book that belonged to someone else, I will also accept it. Or drugs.
Oh, drugs.
Oh, dread.
Conundrum. A swordsman who doesn't like to be touched, and yet a wizard. You know, I have a wand, but I sense you're not the one for wands.
Depends when you use it.
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely to help you when there are situations where maybe you don't want to get so up close and personal.
Oh, I don't have that.
Alternatively, how about something that allows you to reach great heights?
I'm listening.
Or go great distances. Reaches into the bag and pulls out this small ring.
Oh, you.
Not that one.
Like repeat of last episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the ring they take out is this silverish bluish metal. And then looks like there are sort of not clouds, but it looks like wisps of smoke inlaid into the metal itself. This, some might call it a jumping ring, or a ring of jumping, however you want to class it. Can help you to, well, jump further. So if you need to launch yourself into battle or reach a great height, can be of use.
Very well, thank you.
You already seem to have another sort of ring that I would have thought about giving you, but
No, this will suffice. Thank you very much.
very good. And my feline friend.
As you can possibly work out from my previous question, I am not so keen on the arcanes that I do not understand. I do tolerate some arcane items as long as I truly understand what they do and not. My task, since I have left my home, has been to seek out those who have been arming my village. We have had people seeing shadows and it causing ill effects to the village. We have also been running from it most recently. My idea and my aim is to, not to be seen and to investigate as much information without being leaving a trace. That is my want. That is all I am here for.
I have the perfect thing, and now I think about it, my wizard friend, there may be one other item that you might be interested in. Bear with me just a second. So reaches into the bag and first of all pulls out this cloak, and it is very distinctly elven in nature. I think if you're trying to be sneaky, then this is definitely the sort of thing that can help you. So, made by the elves, quite clearly. But when you're trying to hide, it helps you blend in with your surroundings. You see this green cloak, if you like. It's almost a half cloak with a hood. Very much will cover the upper torso and then flows around the back, but only comes to sort of the top of the arse when you're wearing it, and then the hood would cover the full head with this just sort of taper towards the front that would come over the nose. Not too dissimilar from the hood that Jewel wears now.
Cool. And that is very grateful. You said that Adira was the one who would have unlocked its secrets.
Yes, dear. Would you like to tell them exactly how it works? Of course, my husband. As Rashid says, this is a cloak of elven kind, made by the elves. They are somewhat more common these days, but very, very clever magic. When you wear it, when you lift the hood up, you are more camouflaged to the surroundings around you. If you take it down, this ceases to happen. Those looking to find you with the hood up will struggle. But only while the hood is up.
Then I would graciously accept, and I am very grateful for the explanation. It eases my mind tremendously.
Very good. Now, this, I think, might be of more use. And Rashid takes out this rod, which is sort of this golden metal in the middle, and then these two bastion-like structures on the end look like turrets on a castle, if you like. You're a spellcaster. This is to absorb anything that might be cast at you while you're doing your thing.
Thank you. Yes, sounds incredible. I'm more used to fighting individuals also wielding swords, but if this quest of ours puts us against the more of the spellcasting kind, that might come in useful, actually.
Now, I can't let you have both, of course, so you'll have to choose.
Potentially, could we make a trade? Because I have this object here that I know it's something I could use, but it deals with chaos, and that's something I won't mess with. So hopefully you'll find a better use for it. I'll give him the Firewall shard.
Oh. Dear. And she looks at it, and you can see she takes and holds a pearl in her hand, and her eyes flash for a moment. This is a good trade, my husband. Very good. I accept the terms. It is up to my husband now. What the lady wants, the lady gets. My dear, for you. And
Happy wife, happy life.
for you.
I've
Exactly,
heard told.
my friend.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, I like the three of you. You have done me a great service in ensuring that this trade will go ahead, as well as rescuing me, from what I understand, from not only wares being stolen, but also myself being kidnapped. So, I'm going to allow one more item, but this one not from my more common stock. So one of you will choose, and one of you will pull this one out at random. Who will it be?
Well, I feel that as the one that commands the order of the universe, Lex should be the one to do it.
I could not agree more with this, Cassis.
Listen, you've oversold my purpose, but yeah, all right, I'll take it.
Roll me
seems-
a D10, please, Lex.
Ooh.
If you don't mind rolling every number, that'd be great.
5.
Something
Bang in the
else.
middle,
Oh.
obviously.
Yeah, spot on. Because law and order. Because everything is perfect.
Because.
Everything's in balance.
Because.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
So, Rashid takes your arm, guiding it into the bag, and then just looks
He's not
deep
done the
into your
popcorn dick
eyes.
trick, has he?
The Pringles
Looks
can.
deep into your eyes to the point where you do feel somewhat uncomfortable, but then you feel your hands grab onto something, and you pull out a pair of boots.
Nice.
Can you explain what these do? I'm sure they're not just an
So,
accessory.
just to describe the visuals, then, you take out these pair of green boots. They look like they are leather boots, with this simple leather strap around the top and a green clasp. Around the tops of where your feet would be in these boots, there are these beige cream swooshes. Well, these grant a boost of speed for a short period of time. So yes, not a bad choice given what I think has just been said. But I think there's a contest for which one of you might want these. Anyway. Thank you.
Thank you.
This most certainly concludes our business. However, if you should come across any items like that again, then you know where I am. And of course, Romeo acts as something of an emissary for my wares. So if you wish to trade directly, and he is around, feel free to use him to that extent. I pay him a good retainer, don't worry. Aye, that you do. Aye, that you do.
We are very grateful for your generous gifts. And we are very grateful.
These are not gifts. Consider this payment.
Payment. And we
For a
were
meal.
we were happy to be able to bring you back to safety for payment.
Very good.
Always happy to reunite a family.
Well, small family, for now. Do not start this conversation again, husband. I am not ready yet.
Yep. We'll leave that between you two. Not getting involved.
You can see he's got a wry smile on his face. Very well, my dear. Shall we venture home? Romeo, this is for you. Be sure it goes where it needs to go. Looks like you have a decent guard of sorts. Anyway, a pleasure as always. Make sure payment is collected and returned. I will, well, I hope to see you all soon, actually.
The next time we are passing, we will absolutely stop by. We are traveling west at the moment. If there is anything that you are aware of that could take our fancy and possibly give you good coin, you know where we shall be.
In a cruise?
We are certainly traveling to a cruise first, then afterwards further west, if I am not mistaken.
Oh, further west. Well, that's most of Enoeth, so very descriptive. But, listen, as I said, if you come across anything of the arcane, magical, something that feels or seems rare, and you do not wish to keep it, then I will happily take it off your hands for coin, or trade, or whatever you need.
It has been a pleasure.
The pleasure was most certainly mine. Good day.
Was he looking at Carsis at that point?
He has eyes only for his wife as she saunters down the gangplank, and he does just look. It's going to be a good day.
Gonna be a good day, Dada.
Continues down the gangplank, and Romeo's just going to look at you. Well, I've never seen him part with items quite that quickly before.
I suppose
Listen, we're all ready to go if
You
you
don't know
are.
how close he was to death. We do.
Maybe that explains it. Some of these things look rare. So.
We are very grateful. Romeo, we are ready to go, but I just want to check you have paid your monthly services, correct?
Yeah, they found me. Don't worry, I'll sort it.
Then, as far as I'm aware, we are ready to go.
Very well.
Indeed.
Well, get yourselves comfortable. I'll, well, preparations are pretty much made, so, Crodmar, are we ready? Aye. Whatever. Showing the road then. Somebody want to kick the gangplank?
I'll do it.
Cool. So you pull the gangplank in, and you see it's actually been built so it sort of folds up and then slides into the ship itself. Clearly one of Dis's contraptions. And then you see Romeo approach the helm and just sort of places his hand over a couple of gemstones, and there's this spark of arcane energy as he closes his eyes, and you can hear the hum, just this. And then Lex and Carsis specifically, again, you feel that almost pull at your navel, where almost that feeling of when you go over a hill too quickly in a car and your stomach just turns slightly, as the arcane power flows through the ship. The mana stone or mana stones at the back of the ship just flare for a second, and then the ship begins to launch as the sails unfurl down and almost, I don't want to say anything, just unnaturally fill with breeze. And you ascend into the sky. Well, that was a painless takeoff. Make yourselves comfortable. I don't know what you guys plan to do. Crodmar's up there, Jewel, if you want to go spend some time, or I'm sure Dis is around. Lex, Carsis, you are welcome to stay here if you like, or I don't know,
Wait.
maybe you've got other things to do.
Just to, if my memory serves, Romeo is he an air genasi?
Mm-hmm.
So this might be a dumb question.
What, is he a
Given
genie?
that, well, yes, why not?
Are you a genie?
Fair question.
Romeo, can I ask you a personal question?
Personal.
Well,
Have we got to
somewhat
that stage?
personal.
Sure.
We're about to find out.
I'm an open book.
I learned about the sword being a Jinn Slayer. Are you not worried about that being in your possession, given what we were told they're like air elementals? Does that worry you?
Should it?
Well, I don't know. Are you not related to air? Does it not? I suppose what I'm saying. Are you a Jinn? Are you a genie?
No. I suppose, yes, my ancestry is of elemental nature. I don't know, maybe way back when a human humped an air elemental and people like me popped out. I don't know how it works, but listen, yes, I am somewhat attuned to the element of air, but as for being anything like a genie or djinn, absolutely not. But I'm told they're good. Bit chaotic, but mostly good. So, yeah, whoever wants this blade either has a problem or just wants to keep it out of the hands of people who might. But it's not for me to ask.
You're okay selling it to somebody like that?
I am just the courier. I'm not selling it. I'm not buying it. Just transporting it. Get paid good money for that. It's not for me to ask.
Okay. How do you stay emotionally detached? I mean, I've been trying to do that my whole life, but...
Can't say I've ever really paid it that much attention. It's my job. I get paid to move things around. Don't get me wrong, I have my own moral compass. There's things I refuse to trade. People, for one. I don't deal in slaves or any humanoid trafficking of that sort. Don't really deal in livestock either. Quite partial to looking after creatures, if I do say so. It's mainly items, magical, mundane, and occasionally rescuing folks in need.
Okay. Well, you seem like a good man to me.
Thank you, I think. You are a good man. That's clear from your actions so far.
I'm pretty down the middle, I would say. Yeah. Just to pick up on your accent, I know this is quite similar to mine. Some would say better, but are you from the western part? Do you live near the Oblivion Isles? That's all.
So, well, I've been everywhere. So some might say this is an amalgamation of all the different places I've been even. But in terms of where I hail from, I'm from... I don't know how much of Enoweth you're familiar from, but yes, I'm from almost some of the furthest points west. I was born in the Juvund region, so not far from the city of Boderskal, or Boderskal, depending on where you're from. Even I struggle to pronounce it now. I've been away for so long. So yeah, it's like the furthest northwestern tip, if you like, of Enoweth. I have no need to return there, put it that way. I have nothing left for me there.
Thinking about it, that might explain my accent, actually, because I've been away from home for a while, so I can't actually remember what my family sounded like thinking about it. I can picture their face, but I can't no longer hear their voice.
The last time I came across a UNT, definitely didn't have your accent, put it that way.
Maybe years of traveling like you has muted mine then, same as yours.
Hey, makes this easy to understand, right?
I think so.
There we go. Nice and neutral. That's how we like it.
Yeah. A balanced voice, like you would say. Yeah. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go see if Dis needs any help. I'll leave you to
You
do your thing.
crack on, my friend. I will be here. I'll get some food. In fact, while you're with Dis, see if she can get Ren to just go and grab some shit from the kitchen and spread it around. Sure folks are hungry.
Okay. I'll send Ren on
Grab
him.
yourself an ale
Food
as well.
source.
Go relax.
I'll have some hot leaf tea, thank you. I don't drink.
Shit, never gave any of that to Rashid. Fuck, I'll have to remember that. Anyway, yeah, carry on, Lex. Sorry.
And then as I'm walking back from Romeo past you two guys, I'll be like, how are we going to decide who gets the boots?
I vote in trial by combat.
I mean, I was thinking like, I don't know, rock, paper, scissors, but okay. I was thinking we could approach it logically.
I think I would accept your offer, Cassis, if I was able to be up in the crow's nest and you stay on the ground. I would be quite happy with this. I think it would may eventually then be a fair fight.
I was partially joking. Yes.
Partially. Yeah.
Yeah, I was aware of the fact that it was only partial.
Well, I'm just thinking, with your song that you weave with your blade, I don't know what you call it, when you're fighting, you seem to have improved speed and movement, and Jewel, you seem to be able to, you have the speed of a cat, ironically, so, and I myself can also magically increase my speed, should I wish to, so...
Well, we don't actually know what the boots do yet, so perhaps if we find that out, and then we decide from there.
That brings me on to actually, Cassis, what I was wanting to say. You are very aware of my displeasure of the Arcane, and like I have mentioned to him, I was very I was very reluctant, but I'm aware of what the Ring of Misty Step does for me. It helps out greatly. I'm hoping that this will be... I would, if it is possible, Cassis, I know you may not be able to do it immediately, but would you be so kind as to just double check that this does everything that they said? I know you more than I know them, and I am forever... I do not trust these items.
Well, at least I feel relieved that you trust me to a certain extent. But yes, absolutely, I'll do it straight away. It's something that I can do regardless of the day or time. So yes,
that is great to hear. Yes, please do take it as a compliment. That, like I have told you before, I weirdly trust magical objects more than the people who wield it, and therefore the fact that I am happy to be with you two, I hope you take that the way it is meant to be. I do trust you now.
Don't worry, Jules, I take most things as a compliment.
That is literally no surprise to me whatsoever. It is one of the things that
yes,
you two are perfectly... You are pretty much an open book. It is quite delightful.
Well, thank you. I trust you too,
So I'll
Joel.
keep all
I
the
hope you
boots for now
will
until
not.
we figure out what they do, right? And then we'll decide what to do with them at a later date.
Yes.
Well, I can
let's-
also identify them straight away if you...
Well,
okay.
I thought this is
Yeah.
perfect. We hopefully are not going to get attacked by another tornado, chimera, and swords. So let's maybe take the time and check these out.
Way to tempt the cogs of fate there. Can we just think positive thoughts? I'm going to go see if Dis needs any help anyway and send Ren around with some food, so... Do you want me to send someone up to the crow's nest for you?
I am going to stay down here for the moment. I am very keen to as I say, understand. In fact, I'm very keen if you are going to do it, Cassis, just to ensure that all of the new artifacts are as they seem. I am. The word is failing me. Paranoid about all of these. So it is your choice if you do any more, but certainly these two, I would be much happier to even wear this cloak once you have checked it over.
Absolutely. Yes, we can. Well, we can go to our quarters and just do it then.
Yes, that is great. So let's perhaps some food down at our quarters. Is that possible?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll let this around now anyway. And then we'll come around.
Cool. So Jewel and Cassis, you head below deck to the guest quarters and back to that familiar room with the beds. Simple, but effective. Lex, you wander off to find Dis. And as you ask around, you hear that Dis is actually in the engine room. The room where you first found yourselves on the ship. So Tyrogar sort of directs you down to the engine room. And the door to the engine room is currently closed. But you can see the blue glow, if you like, coming from that room.
I'll knock on the door.
1 second. And there's the sound of sort of things being closed. There's a whir, a buzz, a hum. And then eventually the sound of footsteps as the door opens a crack. Oh, Lex, hi. Sorry, can I help?
Actually, it was me who was coming to see if you needed any help. But also Romeo said to send Ren round on a food run.
It's not some sort of waiter bot. It's a fucking construct. God damn it. Rend, if you wouldn't mind. And Dis just opens the door and sort of pulls you in out of the way as Rend ducks its giant form underneath, or large form underneath, and then steps through. You know, one of these days, that creature's going to save everybody on this ship. And then they'll realize it's not just some, I don't know, servant. So, you wanted to help. I'm sort of just running my routine checks that I tend to do when we take off. Looks like we got a good charge, so, I don't know. Unless you want to practice more with your tools.
Well, I know that they rely on you a lot for this kind of thing, so I just didn't know whether you wanted to take a break and I relieve you of your duties, maybe, if you tell me what to do, or I could lighten the load and help you with your checks.
Let's do it together. Get it done in half the time, and then you and I can enjoy a drink.
Deal.
Cool. Well, here's the checklist, and just unrolls this parchment, and it's easily sort of 3 foot long.
I retract my offer.
Do.
This is too many things.
Well, if we just sort of work it down together, look, this will take no time. A lot of it's all in the same area, so like this whole batch is just here. I've already done half, so if we just look at the engine casing, for example, and make sure that's all intact, no cracks. No cracks. Never want any cracks in this thing. If you see a crack, tell me. Otherwise, this thing may just go. Okay. And that's going to be a bad day.
Just to double check, it's. I'm assuming it's in sequential order. I have to do them in the order they appear on the list.
Naturally.
That's why I like you.
Yeah. Well, it's not just sequential. It's also in the layout of the ship, and eventually just takes me back up to deck. So the last thing we'll do is actually check the helm, make sure all the gemstones are in place and operating properly, make sure those power couplings and the power generation that we worked on, make sure that's all fine, but that's like the last 3 things on the list, so.
So I'll just be basking in the pure awe of her OCD-ness. Because that does it. That's like 4 plates of Lex, I think.
Got your tools ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Talk dirty to me.
Okay.
Oh. When she talks, it's like the M&S voice, when they do, that's just not any tinker tool. That is a... And then she starts being really sexy with it. Oof.
That's an Arcane 3000
Very well.
Tinker's tool.
So Lex and Dis begin their checks around the ship just to make sure everything is fine. Jewel and Karsis, then, what are we doing when we get into the guest room, into your quarters?
Karsis is going to just kind of sit on the floor and take out their spell book. And I think this is the first time that someone is actually close enough to look into the spell book of Karsis.
Yeah, that is so getting spied upon.
Passive.
Passive 19.
Yeah, indeed.
Level 4.
Jesus.
I'm shit at other things, so it's fine.
Yeah. The thing that you definitely see is that the pages of the book at first glance don't seem to be written by the same person, because there is a vast change in handwriting style and technique. Whilst in the beginning there seems to be quite a round lettering, very clear. As it gets to further spells, it seems to become slightly more erratic, but it's not a progression. It seems to be that there was a very clear and almost deliberate change at one point, and then the next spell is completely different, and then the next spell is completely different. Like, it just keeps changing. Until
it's not just two. It's a variety of different handwriting.
Yep. Until at one point it kind of sets for a style, and then it keeps on for maybe the last 2 or 3 spells. But yeah, that's probably what you get, just at a first glance. But eventually Karsis is going to get to the identify spell, and they are going to take out a pearl from their bag, and they're going to place the pearl on on top of the cloak, and then cast a few incantations, and about 10 minutes later brings the pearl up to their eye, and they will identify the cloak.
Okay.
As I'll ritually cast
So
identify.
as you look at the cloak, then, everything that Adira had told you around this cloak, you realise is exactly accurate. It is made by the elves themselves, excuse me, and is made for those that are stealthier. Very much helps one to be stealthy, and there is an element of magic in this which builds around the person when they pull the hood up. You see the hood itself is the mechanism for enabling the innate magic inside this item. When it's in a certain position, it allows the wearer to be more stealthy and camouflage. When it is down, not so much, as you identify a cloak of elven kind.
Cool.
Yeah, seems to be pretty much what she mentioned.
Thank you, Karsis, for putting my mind at ease. I know it is not usual for anyone to have it identified essentially twice, but like I said, it is a failure of mine. I do not trust these things until I am happy. And from the description of this, it is not like something I can attempt to use if I was being so bold, and then believe it work, because after all, if I may be so bold, I have not been that bad at hiding before, but I am always grateful for the advantage. No pun intended.
That's all right. You don't need to apologize. It's just something that you are not comfortable with. So we'll just keep that in mind.
As if you would like to actually find out what the boots do now, I would be ever grateful, and I'm sure Lex would too. I am intrigued, even though I probably will not care for them, regardless of what they are.
We'll see. And yeah, I'll repeat the same process. 10 minutes, ritually cast Identify, bring the pearl to the item up to my eye, and I will get...
Okay, as you look at the boots in particular, then you can see the magic that flows throughout these boots, and you see again it's concentrated in the very heel of these boots, on the heels of these boots. You get the impression that you need to click the heels or hit the heels together, and it will give the individual a boost of speed. So you identify these as boots of speed, and you understand that for a short period of time, an individual's walking speed will double. It means they are more difficult to hit. And yes, you get the impression that could be used for about 10 minutes total before the boots need a recharge of sorts.
Wow. That is crazy. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Well, yeah, this seems to be a boots that increase the wearer's movement and also make attacks whenever they are moving past individuals without stopping quite difficult to hit. So Lex is not here, so I'm just going to say it seems quite good for someone that is on the front line. So
then perhaps you have your eye on them?
well, yes, anything that makes me faster and harder to hit is something I'm always looking forward to.
Will you have to? Will you be able to stick to your name, or will you end up being called the Blur on the battlefield? You know,
That actually doesn't sound bad.
maybe the Blur on the battlefield, but the untouchable swordsman at parties.
Oh no, I like to be touched at parties.
Of course. Where were my head?
Put all your scrolls in a bowl, and whoever scroll you pull out, that's what you're
Not
going
the first time Carsus has been asked that question.
Yep. But yes, I think this seems to be a discussion for us to have with Lex. Perhaps there's other items that we have that I know that he sacrificed an item for us to get the ring of jumping. So maybe that's something that he would like. Seeing as I can actually cast that spell, and I'll just turn the page, and you'll see in a completely different style of writing the spell jump written on it on my spellbook.
Sure, I shall take your word on it. That is all scribble. But
It clearly says jump, but yeah, maybe not to you.
yeah, it's simply the stuff underneath. I am sure that I would be able to copy it. It would mean nothing to me whatsoever.
Inside check.
Sure.
Seven.
Fantastic. With a natural 18, it's 23 persuasion.
Yeah, absolutely, you could believe you with all every fiber in my being. If you don't mind, I'm going to just take some time to attune myself to this item that I was given, and perhaps do a little bit of writing and looking at my spellbook for a while.
Absolutely. Perchance, will this cloak work straight away, or do I have to also spend a little bit of time to get to know it?
That's a question for the DM. I
It
believe
does.
it needs. Yeah, I
You
believe it needs
do
a
need to attune to this
It
one.
does, but Jewel doesn't fucking know that.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember for sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, you will need to spend some time with it just to assimilate it and for the cloak to also understand you.
This is why I shall never understand these things. However, thank you. I shall go away and work with it. DM, is this going to replace my current cloak, or can it be in any way worn with, integrated,
See if you can get it dyed red.
Your current get-up is more hood, isn't it? Or I suppose you've got the cloak behind.
I've got the cloak. So that's why it was
I
just...
will say this will fit underneath it. Because it's shorter and smaller. So yes.
Cool. Yeah, so in ways that would not damage it, and I know it's a magical item, so I probably would be able to. In any way, I'd be able to try and sort of kind of get it so it's being able to pick the cloak up or the hood up does mean that both come up. So that may be my hour as well.
I will say then, as you attune to this, the magic of the cloak almost reads your intention and melds itself into the very fabric of your cape.
Nice. Love it.
So they become one.
And that is a cool DM move.
That is cool, thank you. That is so cool, because I'm just like, I can't. I don't have the heart to stick to change the artwork, and I'm not going to. So, because it is the best in the world, and I'm not changing it. So,
What I say,
maybe
none of you can buy anything
yeah, but maybe
or
like
equip anything now.
the red cowl, and then the inner green lining, which is now what it is because it's a green lining to it, is going to lock. Mwah.
I can hear the cries of
Absolutely.
pain from Stick. Scheduled for level 10.
Level 10 is the next time we're allowed to change anything.
Nice.
Fantastic. Cool. So you attune to that.
DM.
Yes.
After Jewel leaves the room, I want to double check that she's actually gone upstairs. And I'm actually gonna, we'll check that first.
Okay, make me a perception check, please. Jewel, you are wandering off upstairs now.
I am, yeah. I was just thinking that, if I'd attuned to it, you wouldn't have a fucking clue if I was still in the room.
I still don't, mate. I still don't with a 6.
You keep looking to one
You're
side,
just-
thinking there's a cat shape.
To me, you're gone.
So, I was going to
You're
say,
still
Cass,
right next
as
to
far
me.
as you are concerned, Jewel is no longer near this room.
Great.
Now,
in
do
that
you
case,
want to question before you do this? In fact, no, fuck it. Both Jewel and Lex remove your headsets.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, hang on.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You want it to be secretive. We're going to keep it secretive. Here we go. Go for it.
Cool. Yeah, I would actually like to rummage through the bag of soul coins,
Okay. Are
and
you looking
I
for
want to
anything
find.
in particular?
Yes, I am looking specifically for, because you said it's got like faces and names in like one of the side.
Yep.
What language are they? I want to look to see if any of them are written in Infernal. The names,
are.
that is.
All written in Infernal.
Right.
What you notice,
In that-
however, as you rummage through this bag, is that actually half of the coins are blank.
Interesting. Okay. So only 25 of them have got souls in. Great. Do any of the soul coins look like they have the visage of a devil or a devil creature, or, in failing that, the face of a tiefling creature?
As you sift through these various coins, there it is. Takes you a while, but with your passive investigation, you eventually come across a single coin of a tiefling.
Great.
The depiction of the individual looks like it might be more feminine than masculine, but it is somewhat difficult to tell.
Okay. I'm going to swap that coin from one of the ones I had. And I'm actually going to clutch it close. And I'm going to use the query option.
Very
The
good.
query ability of the soul coin.
Sorry, I'm just bringing up all my other notes now. Okay. So as you hold this coin close then, and in your mind ask a question, what question is it that Karsus wishes to ask?
What does it take to create an individual like us?
There is a moment, if you like, and then a feminine voice speaks back to you. I know only of what I was told when I was young. Both my parents are like us, or were like us. But before that, one must be influenced by the power of the hells.
Oh man, that's one charge gone. I'll use the second charge. Use the query feature again. And I'll ask, this is tough.
While you're thinking, I'm just going to confuse the other two by looking like I'm saying something really profound. So as this happens, because chat knows exactly what's going on, and then we'll just do things like this and pull.
why would the hells want to bring their spawn into this plane?
That is a very good question. But
Fuck.
I only know from my simple life that I had the same questions. Maybe that's why I'm here now.
Cool. And I'll grab that coin, put it in my bag, put the bag of... Sorry, excuse me. Put the bag of coins back where it was. And... yeah, and I'll spend my time disturbed by that last statement. So attuning to the Rod of Absorption.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, those I think I can do. Not like that, I can't. 11. 11. Yeah, 11.
11. Okay. As you pick up the rod and begin to start to attune to it, there's a moment where you feel a different kind of magic than that you should feel. And the rod in front of you shifts to a plain wooden stick with a piece of parchment wrapped around it.
Interesting. I grab the parchment and read it.
As you open it out, it's written in common. But as your eyes trace across the writing, you hear a voice in your head. No, my friend. You see, I couldn't just give you that item. It was a bit too dear to me. Not for the price you paid. So fuck you, Rashid. This one's mine.
Nice.
And it's just signed Diego.
Diego. My next target. Cool.
Excellent. And I think with that then, headphones on. I'll wait for them to come back.
Indeed. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Very good.
So Jules been in the room the entire time. No, I'm
Even if Jewel had been in the room whole time, there'd be an interesting concept there.
That's true.
cool.
true.
I have no idea what happened.
Having dealt with that situation then, are you staying in the room or are you exiting?
I'll exit and I'll try to find Lex.
Okay. I will say then, as you exit and walk up the stairs, we are going to go to a very, very quick break. Now, the giveaway that I said for Battle Bards, there are just a couple more things we need to finalise, so when we come back from break, we will sort that out, and then we will go from there. Or I may post the question during the break, so stick around in chats, or at least pay attention to the chats. And once we've finalised a few details, we will get that sorted. So, yeah, see you in a few. Heyo.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you all doing?
We're good.
Good stuff. So hopefully everybody caught the giveaway question, which is now in the chat and did pop up on screen during the break. So, yes, go and read the question. There it is again. So, the question, what is the name of the Arcanist who was murdered? And yes, put it in the chat, and then at the end of the show we will pick a winner just before we raid, and we'll go from there. So, happy hunting. Good luck, everyone. And yes, so...
Guys, I will give you a clue. It's not Emperor Palpatine. I did check, unfortunately. I hope that helps you all
I
out.
probably should clarify in this campaign. Right, this bit here, right? All of the shit in purple, just this shit right here.
I
Very
think for
good.
like
Cool.
your challenge map, when we go to a city, or even if campaign 3, you've got to make all of the names as mundane as possible. So I'm thinking like the big bad's called Keith. Everyone we visit called like Stan, Fred, Roger, Henry.
So I did go back
So I can
to
spell them more
our
than anything.
bald-headed fighter friend that was going to face Karsus in the arena, and I think I called them Callan at the time because I couldn't remember what the fuck I'd called, and then realised I'd called them Keith, but it was KE''ITH, and that was going to be my present to you, Danny.
But then I still spelled it wrong because you put a bloody apostrophe in there.
It does mean that
I've
Keith
gotta make
can
it-
still be the big bad. So
I've got to make it a fantasy now. I've got to make it a fantasy name, so there we go. But so yes, I promise you at some point there will be an NPC named Keith, and they will be memorable for you to just take that and treasure.
And he will sell me fresh fish.
I might just do another NPC character contest at some point. Fuck it. If we hit, I don't know, 10 subscribers or something, I'll do an NPC character contest, and we can create a memorable NPC with the viewers. So there we go. There's a throwdown right there. Must be called Keith, apparently. Cool. Excellent. So, having dealt with Karsus a little bit, and now the fact you are all heading up onto the deck, or at least Jewel was heading up onto deck, as Lex and Dis are sort of wandering around the ship doing their various checks in. Jewel, what are you doing as I do my token mic hit?
what is Jewel doing? This is an exceptional question. I'd wish to say that it was
or an exceptional.
a mixture of the two.
All of the above.
All of the above. I tell you what, this is completely off topic, but I think it was Saturday. No, it was Sunday. I was having a full-on dyslexic day, and I literally couldn't word. It was hilarious. I think I'd been so tired from the event the night before that I could not do anything. Could not finish a sentence properly. It was brilliant. Anyway, thank God that's not tonight. Jewel is going to check out her new hand crossbow, and then probably just sort of just inspect it a little more. Now they've got a little bit more downtime. Would stay on the deck for a little longer, and probably would probably stay down on the deck just to look out as the city disappears.
Okay. I'll say then, as you wander up, and Romeo is still there at the helm and just sort of nods towards you, you can see at the back of the ship the hair blowing in the wind, a hat still atop of her head, and the two pistols in their holsters. You see Valor just sort of leaning over the edge of the ship, staring down at the city. And she's just going to look across to you. Evening.
She's quite as a view as we leave. Did not
Always is.
It didn't. Is it not so weird? It did not look like this as we were arriving.
Different times of day, different attachments. I don't know.
It certainly makes an impression. Is it different time of the day? But yes, perhaps simply knowing it, even a smidge as we do, it definitely leaves an imprint.
I have a lot of fun in Zumkar. It's what you saw with the guards. It's nice to tease a few folks, but
Were you originally from Zumkar, or is it?
oh no, definitely not. No, I'm
Traveled through
Ireland
a regular stop for you.
I spent quite a lot of time in the Gildornian region. Put it that way.
this region will also cover Agruz, where we are going.
Yeah. So, Gildorn is pretty much the region between the Kingdom of Nylin and then, well, I suppose you'd probably argue Serena before it then goes into Dryamere further west. But then you've got further north some of the more human settlements, Kaladin, Rosendom and the like, a few others. But it's one of the larger regions. Well, actually, no. Now thinking about it, it's fairly standard size, Gildorn. There's a lot there, though, and of course there's the bloody huge Great Hole. But the further away from that, the better.
I did see that on the map when we were heading north. Is that does anyone know what that is?
I certainly don't.
Honestly, when I was looking at the map, I thought that perhaps it was simply a coffee stain. I did not
No, it's
truly believe it
definitely a
was something
large
there.
chasm. Yeah, there's a large chasm. Do you know what? I don't know if anybody's ever actually found the bottom. Anyway.
And of Agruz, I have been through. I did not stop very long. Do you know again much about Agruz?
Well, it's one of the larger towns in Gildor, not quite city, but well, I suppose yes, it is a. It's large enough to be considered a city, I guess, these days, but it's grown over the years. Put it that way. Much like Zumkar, although there is a little bit more influence from the other regions, as it's sort of a crossing point, if you like. You've got the main or major bridge across the river further towards the northwest. But yes, there's run by a council of elders, which is headed up by a mayor of sorts. I forget the recent one. Oh, now you're testing me, Jewel. It's been some time. But yes, very much like Zumkar and all the other cities, sort of central bazaar districts. There's the taverns, few sort of main shops and vendors, if you like. There's an old mill as well out to the west. It's sort of the last of the main farming regions, obviously being partial desert, difficult to farm there, but and Serena itself is more of a large swampland these days, so difficult to find the balance, I guess.
Do you know where you are all going after Agruz? I presume that is where the sword is getting dropped off, or am I wrong?
Yes. I think from what Romeo tells me, the sword's getting deposited, delivered in Agruz, and then we will. Well, do you know what? I don't know what our next task is. Romeo, where are we headed after Agruz? Well, that was the destination. I guess we'll hang around there for a time and then see what takes us. We're gonna have to head back to Zumkar to deliver a payment, but yeah, I'm easy. If you want to head west, Vala, we can head west. If you want to head north, let's head north. Let's just not head too far south. Not to the Empire. It's fucking boring.
I have not traveled any further than when you picked us up. So
Thalis is about as entertaining as it comes when you head south. Jacer,
it was plenty entertaining for us. A little too much so, I have to say. But
you definitely got yourselves caught up in stuff.
Yes. I hope, but I do not believe that we will have a much quieter existence after this. But yeah, it has been exciting, nonetheless. Well, we shall, I suppose, all figure out what we shall do in a cruise. I certainly have some interest in stopping for a little while, but perhaps when we decide where we are going, we might be able to employ your services to take us somewhere closer. I don't know. I don't know where we need to go next.
Did you not get any indication of where to head? Sorry, I'm interrupting.
We did have a little understanding. It was fairly lost on me, however. It was all. I'm sure we have stuff we need to go to west. I am not 100% sure what it is, so perhaps in a while we shall all sit down and discuss this.
Well, listen, if you are going to spend some time in a cruise, there's one area that's probably... Well, actually, do you know what? For yourself, it might actually be worth visiting, but for Lex, best to keep them out of there. There's an area known as the Black Bazaar. That's a colloquial name. Quite literally a black market. Underground market of sorts. Given what I can understand of you, you may find people there that you can connect with. Carsus is going to stick out like a sore thumb, and Lex is probably going to be overwhelmed.
I shall take that under advisement as to how I go about my business in a cruise, but that is very likely from your description where I might need to make a small trip to.
Cool. Just realised I've totally fucked up my description of a cruise as well. It is a larger city than Zumkar.
Nice.
Zumkar is more town, if you like. Large town, small city. A cruise is definitely city.
I'm desperately trying to read my notes and as to help me out, but I think I'm all good. Cool. Continue to keep an eye out for there for a while until Carsis and or Lex or both of them do appear again.
Okay, so I'll say Carsis is probably the first one to appear. And Carsis, you would walk past and you can see down a corridor Lex and Dis deep in conversation, tools out. There's the odd spark. And you can see Cog sort of just fluttering around. Rend is continuing to just sort of stomp around the ship with a tray laden with food and drinks and just sort of keeps going around various places. And in fact, Carsis, as you stepped outside the door, you saw there was a tray with some food and drink laid on it. You come up onto the deck, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna actually just sort of make my way to the front of the ship. There is a term for that, and I cannot remember what it is.
Bow.
It's not bow. Is it bow?
It was bow.
No.
Stern.
That was
Prow,
back.
isn't it? Do you know what? Here we go.
Oh wow, I'm really tired of that. Stern sounds good.
I think stern's
the
the
bow
back.
is the front of the boat. The stern is the back of the boat. Starboard right
There we
side,
go.
port left side.
So make my way to the bow of the ship and just kind of like look out. The words of that individual still ringing in my head, and fairly concerned about that. But actually, then eventually I will just shake it off, turn around, and point my finger towards where I believe that Lex will be. And I'll just kind of put my sword against my... I'll point and I'll put my sword against my forearm. I'll just whisper a few words. And I'm going to cast message to him.
Okay.
And the message is going to be... Need to chat. Could you come up to the deck?
I hope you don't mind, but Cautious just summoned me. And, I don't know what he wants. Do you mind if I leave for a moment and come back later?
Oh, you crack on. Look, I was going to do this by myself anyway. We've already got to so much more than I was hoping to have done by now. So go do what you need to do. I'll be around.
Thank you. And then I'll message back with on the way.
Okay, so you reply to that message with on the way. Cool. You ascend the deck then. You see Jewel sort of towards the back behind Romeo in sort of hushed conversation with Valor, and you can see Karsis towards the front of the boat looking a little bit puzzled.
As I approach, what's the matter? Okay.
Yeah, well, two things. The first is that I actually identified what the boots do. Well, I guess it's three things. I've identified what the boots do. We were tricked. I mean, it wasn't just us. I believe Rashid was also tricked. And the rod that he gave us is actually not what we thought it was. There seems to be everyone's favorite illusion magic put upon it, and it is simply a piece of wood, as far as I can tell. Someone sold him a piece of wood, pretending to be a very valuable magical item. So that's unfortunate. But the boots seem to be true, so I suppose there is that.
Okay. I traded in the shard for that as well.
That is also true.
I didn't want the shard anyway, so I suppose I'm not really lost anything there.
It's fine. I'll just never give you gifts again.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to seem ungrateful. It's just chaos magic isn't my thing.
I know. I'm only kidding. The boots seem to be quite good. They improve the speed of the wearer. Can move twice as fast and make any attack against them as they are moving quite difficult to hit. So
I think I know where you're going with this. So are you saying you want the untouchable swordsman to be even more untouchable?
Yes, but I also think that you should take the ring, as especially from what you said, you are able to, if you wish to, cast spells at a greater distance. So if you want to just jump away and stay out of dodge, as it were, then you'd be able to.
Thank you. That seems like a fair trade.
I thought so. Good. So
why don't give me
we'll
a ring on one knee?
I'm not. I'm simply talking down because you're fairly short.
Oh, hey, I'm only short compared to you. Where I'm from, I'm a tall man.
That's true, I assume.
Well, I live with people like him, so I'm a giant. Right? And I point to Cog. Is Jewel okay with you taking the boots? Have you checked with her?
She said she wasn't very interested in them. You know, she is.
Okay.
Regarding magical items. She's quite content with the cloak, though.
Good. I don't know if green is her color, though.
The thing I wanted to ask you is, you know how you've been studying these portals through the planes?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of where those portals lead to? Because you yourself said that you ended up going through one and ended up in a place. I was wondering if you know if these portals are all just coming from a certain plane, they're coming from several of them. What might you be able to say about that?
Yeah.
And secondly,
I think
And secondly, when might that have started?
Well, when did the portals first appear?
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to what I've been told, it started 30 years ago when people refer to that kingdom of Nylon. I think it's something to do with when that reappeared back into this plane.
Mm-hmm.
And it was exactly 30 years ago when I discovered the portal that I went through when I was a child. I think it's different portals to different places because different portals have a different sort of aura or a color to them, so you can tell. I suppose they go to different places. The portal I went through was like a diamond. You can see why I was so fascinated by it. It drew me in. But other portals, I think they might lead to. Well, I know there's portals to the Feywild, for example, and to other realms. So it's not just the realm I came from, and that's part of the problem. All of these doors to all of these places, it can only lead to chaos.
Have you, in your organization, ever heard of portals that go to the Hells?
Well, actually, the book I got from the bookstore, the guy that you accidentally gave drugs to. Well, actually gave drugs to. There's no accident about it. He gave me a book on the divine. Spices. He gave me a book on divine portals. So actually, I'll check and I'll look at the contents page to see if it has anything on portals to hell.
Where's my link gone? Bear with me just a second, because you taught me.
You weren't expecting that, yeah?
On that one. No, I wasn't. Excellent. Make me. I mean, in fact, no. You're reading the contents page. It doesn't directly mention the Hells. What it does mention is the wheel, if you like, and as I said before, the planar colourings. And as you sort of very quickly flick to that page, you do then find some information about the various different planes, and sort of the differences between elemental planes, the outer planes, inner planes, and the like. And as part of that, there is one portal colour, ruby coloured. If I remember rightly, yes, ruby coloured, or sometimes described as red and black, which talks about the 9 Hells.
Looking here, it says like a ruby black portal could lead to the 9 Hells. I don't know why you'd ever want to go there, but yeah, it's possible.
Well, yeah. Do you have any way of finding out when, where some portals existed? When is there like a excuse me? Is there like a registry or timeline of events that you and yours keep? Something of the like.
That's a good idea. Actually, I only know of the portals in and out of Mechanus, really. But what I'll do in our downtime, I'll read this book and see if it charts any known portals in Ardalia for us to investigate. That's a really good idea.
Maybe stuff that happened around 20, 21 years ago.
Yeah, to try and establish a timeline from 30 years ago up until now, yeah. But I'm assuming that has a personal relevance for you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out a little bit more about why I was born where I was born, and what I assume that the woman that I called mother was, my biological mother. But I assume that the person she's married to is not my father. And I just quite like to know who that is and why Ardalia.
And maybe find a way to maybe visit where he's from. Okay. I'll read the book, see what I can find for you.
Thank you, Lex.
Do you want me to keep this between us?
No, I think I don't mind Jewel knowing.
Okay.
The rest don't need to.
I'll report back once I found something.
Thank you. Add Ring of Jumping to your inventory.
Oh. Boots of speed for you, ring of jumping for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get parkour up in here.
So this moment then where the two of you sort of separate and Jewel and Vala are in discussion, Romeo stays the ship, that you hear Crodmar just shout, "Captain! Creatures of the starboard bow!" Starboard bow, yeah, that would be correct actually, I got that fucking right.
Nice.
They're approaching
That's the right,
quickly!
right?
It is the right. The right.
Right.
That was brilliant. That was way too quick. Way too quick.
Captain, they're coming in for our landing.
I'm an actor. Sorry, that just reminded me of that guy out of Our Mine 3. That was ridiculous.
Sorry, Matt.
Okay, at this moment, Romeo's just going to hold the ship steady. Well, you're up. Get ready. I don't know what these fucking things are. And in that moment, then you just see these two swooping creatures that you realise are humanoid individuals with wings that just sort of descend towards the ship.
Nope.
I will bump Lex on the shoulder and cast Mage Armor on him, and then Mage Armor on myself through the ring.
Nice. Boom.
Very good.
Just in case.
Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll go.
Very good. So, as these two creatures just sort of swoop down, and one lands at the top of the stairs that lead towards where Carsus and Lex are, and the other one lands just further down these stairs, you see there is a male and a female, and these are almost devilish looking creatures of sorts. Where's my description gone? There's one. So the male individual appears as this muscular male with sort of leather trousers, this tiefling-like tail that whips out behind them, with these very leathery wings that spread out, and this fire red hair as they're just going to land. Finally. You have something of ours, and we have to claim it back.
Fuck. Oops.
They know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah,
Yep.
just coughs a coin.
Yeah, both of us are holding 2 soul coins at the moment.
The female individual, as she sort of lands down, is wearing this very loose, well, no, not loose, tight-fitting bodice of sorts that flows out into skirt, these thigh-high boots, and yet again this flame-red hair, pointed ears, these leathery wings, and you notice the hands are not just hands, but these blackened, gnarled claws. Yes. It's time you gave it back. It's not yours, you see. Despite how you look, and she points at Karsus, I'm afraid we're going to have to take it. And I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
I just like to point out, I haven't had a long rest, and I'm not got a lot going on, character sheet-wise. Well, I'll do my best.
You can click the short rest button. I will allow that, because technically you've
Sweet.
had short rests.
Oh, yeah.
So go for short rest.
Okay.
Well, absolutely
That
have
helps.
that.
It
So
does.
bear with while we
It
then do
does.
that. So that is a... that is... I'm gonna get some hit points back then, if you don't mind, just very quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, you guys
kinda
crack on.
I kind of want to brag that I didn't take any damage last fight.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
the
yeah.
case in this one.
Untouchable
Because if these
sword.
things are what I think it is, I'm fucked. Okay, sorry, let me just open the owl there.
Very good. We will give a moment. I am going to, for the sake of everybody watching, before stream, the first person that came into the stream, which was Samau, had to roll a d20 and a d10, and that has decided on what we were going to face this evening. So there we go. You're welcome.
Can't believe this is what it is. God damn it. Okay.
Okie dokie, right.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
That's a 19 initiative for casters, by the way.
Yes, we're rolling stuff.
19
I knew that.
Initiative to Karsus. Initiative for
I got the
Jewel.
worst. I got 3 for my initiative.
I did see that, buddy.
Go team. Go team.
8. So yeah, I'm
8.
I'm out of there.
Very good then. Well, I will say while you are sorting that out then, Vala is just going to turn, and she is up first, and she's just going to take her 2 pistols out and go, nope, not happening, and she's just going to aim towards S, which is going to be, I believe, a disadvantage for her. So yeah, we're going to move. We'll move her. It's her go. 5, 10... 15, 20, 25, 30, which then should get her within range. Oh, maybe not. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so it's still at a disadvantage. But she's going to take 2 shots, one with each pistol. So, first one is a lot. It's a
like that.
maths. 22 to hit with the first,
Nice.
and a 15 with the second. So both of those are going to hit.
What was the second one, sorry?
15.
Okay. Cool.
So in total, S is going to take 16 points of piercing damage. What did I just say? 16? I did, didn't I?
Yep.
16 points of piercing damage halved. Of these 2 rounds just... Ouch. We're going to pay for that one. Karsus.
Tentalex. Say, don't fall off. And as I say that, I start glowing orange from the inside. And a slight vibration to my being as I use Blade Song.
Nice.
And then there's something strange that happens, Lex, that you see, is that I utter a few words, and then you see like casters move, but also stay in the same place. And then there's another casters that is like mouthing to you, "Don't fall." And then it's almost like after and before images of what's happening, as there's like these four casters like just moving ahead and going back and staying in place and drawing the sword and casting the spell. Like everything is just sort of happening. For those of you that watched like the second Ant-Man and the Wasp, basically think of Ghost, and like there's just this after image happening. There's like an image of casters going ahead to swing an eye, and then eventually the other casters will meet that image and continue forward, as I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Nice.
That is the most incredible description of mirror image ever, by the way.
Yep.
Thank you. I thought a lot about that one.
That's awesome.
Excellent. So Blade Song.
That is my
image.
action, my
Anything
bonus
else in your
action.
turn? Movement?
Yes, I will move immediately there to hopefully stop movement from I. But I cannot attack as I've used my action, my bonus action this time. That's it.
Very good. Duel.
I'm a long way away. So, that's there. Is there any cover from the mast if I was able to get there?
So you can.
So, for instance, if I was able to get here, and for instance, go onto this one
There
here.
would be a bit of cover around this bit. Or,
Yeah.
No, I'll use like the. Right, if this is, we'll say, just bigger than the mast itself down the bottom. So, yeah, if you were to hide somewhere around here, then yes, I would allow it.
And so, just to remind myself. Okay, so I will use my Phenile Agility to run, sort of pounce and push off the barrier, and then I'd sort of run round Romeo, but then just jump straight off and down to here. So that would be...
Make me an acrobatics check, please.
Happily... 21.
Yep, fine.
21.
Is you literally front flip off this and land and dart forward.
Cool. And then from there we'll fire the hand crossbow towards S. As
Very
I
good.
don't
Roll
pick up
to hit,
my
please.
iFixit kit, because that would be not what I want. Absolute garbage. Should have bonus actioned here, never mind. That is 13 to hit.
13 will not hit as your bolt just catches in the wind, disappears off.
So then Jules, a bit mad with herself, she ran forward and she didn't take her time. She's then going to just concentrate on S, and is going to use Insightful Fighting. So her bonus action will be Insightful Fighting. If I can have a Deception check off the target, and I shall make an Insight check. And then
You're doing this on S, yes?
On S, and I then, if this works, I'll get advantage on the attack rolls.
$27.
You bastard! Do you know what? I literally couldn't have rolled pretty much any better. That was a 19 on the dice, so it was 23. You bastard.
Damn, 27. Jesus.
27.
Devils, man.
Ooh.
Charismatic as hell.
Yeah.
Devils.
Cool. That didn't do anything then. Okay.
Are you hiding? No, I suppose you're not.
No. I have cover. Half cover, maybe? But that's about it.
That's fine. S then is going to it's going to just sort of step down 5, 10, 15 around to there, and is going to look towards Valor and just be like, "Come now, my dear. You don't really want to attack me now, do you?"
Shit.
And yes, Valor needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Don't do shit like that.
It's been fun, guys. It's been fun.
Natural 1.
Oh, no.
Damn.
You just see Valor just sort of, the pistols just lower.
One down.
And Valor is now charmed.
Fuck it.
Fuckity fuck.
Very good. That will be it. Go. Crodmar then is going to, from his vantage point, you just see him lean over with his longbow, just pull back and fire towards S.
Nice.
And he is also going to, as a... No, not going to do that. Because he can't do that. I'm thinking of a totally different type of ranger. That is a 16 to hit, which will hit. He's going to do that twice. The second one's an 18, so 2 hits. 10 and 10. 20 points of piercing damage reduced. As these 2 arrows just... and her gaze is just going to look upwards. It is then I's turn. I is going to turn to Carson.
Is S by chance concentrating on a spell?
It's not a spell, I don't think. Let me think.
Damn. I tried.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's not
if it's a feature, then yeah.
Yes, that's it. That's it. It is just an action. So I then is going to look towards you, Carsis, and I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, no. No, no, no,
Oh,
no,
he's really good at
no.
them. Nat.
6.
Fuck it.
This male individual is just going to grab your face and pull you close. You are so very beautiful. Let's
Oh,
not
no.
fight. And yes, you are now charmed by I.
Ay, caramba.
Very
Jeez,
good.
jeez,
Lex.
I will see him just grab Carsis, his face, and I'm, get your hands off them. And then I will form this orb in my hand, but it's bigger than the ones I usually form. And as I chuck it, as it gets towards I, it then splits into 2 orbs and one shoots towards S as I use my twin spell master magic item to do 2 chaotic orbs instead of 1.
You
Of course you friggin' do.
absolute
Legend.
You absolute
I haven't rolled to
legend.
hit yet. Oh, 20 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going
Do you have to roll? Do you have to roll
yeah,
separately,
technically
or-
you need to roll the
Yeah.
second one, so...
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
I didn't know. I didn't know how that worked.
8 on the second one.
So the first one hits I, and the second one just...
I'm going to choose
Out
cold
into the
damage for this one. with 13 points of cold damage.
You fighter!
13 points
Jesus
of cold damage to eye as this ball hits, turns to ice, and just... and then the ice just cracks around eye. That did not do as much damage as you were hoping, but still did damage.
Oh, damn.
Cock and balls.
Anything else on your turn?
Indeed.
I didn't expect you to say that. I thought you were going to go, you fucked him right up.
We're learning. We're learning. We're learning.
We're learning. We're learning. I will. No, I'm alright. Oh, I will. Will I? Yes, I will. I will use my bonus action to convert some sorcery points to get some spell slots back. So I've got 2 sorcery points left. I'm going to use them to get 2 spell slots back. First level spell slots.
Okay.
Scotland left!
Very good then. Valor is going to do nothing because she is currently charmed. It's just going to stand there looking rather dreamy-eyed. In fact, no, totally missed Romeo at that point. Who, seeing Valor just drop her and Karsis get sort of bleary-eyed as well, he's just going to shunt the ship. I need everybody to make me dexterity saving throws. Karsis and Valor will do so at disadvantage.
18. Noticing Cassis is in his state, can I use my reaction to restore balance so he doesn't have disadvantage on the throw?
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Go for it.
Very cool. Yes, that is a. In that case, that is a 22.
Ooh.
Okay, so Karsis saves. Valor got a natural 1.
Oh god.
She's going
That's 2 in a
over.
row.
Everybody else?
20.
Lex?
Oh shit.
20.
I can't even remember what I rolled. I was so happy with saving Cassis.
You rolled an 18.
I think 18, thank you. I couldn't get to the game log quick enough.
Okay. So, I rolled a natural 2, as in I, not I. I suppose I and I, that's confusing. S rolled a natural 20.
Ow, my brain.
So, the ship jerks slightly, and it's not enough to throw anybody off, but it does slam anybody that's not aware of it into the side of the ship. Valerie is going to take 2 points of damage, and that charmed effect just... She's shook out of it.
Oh,
I did a bad thing.
I is going to take 4... sorry, no, I is going to take 1 single point of damage. And S is going to take no damage. As the rest of you just hold on. That will be Romeo's turn.
Idiot.
Then we are over to Valor, who now, having shaken out of this, you bitch, and she's just going to very quickly, with a bonus action, reload the 2 pistols and fires again twice. So, yep, first one's going to hit with a 25, and second one is more. So, that is... 14 points
no,
of
I just
piercing
realised.
damage reduced to 7. As S just 2 shots again.
do we want to know?
That will be Valor's turn. She's going to stay there. Karsis, you can do sweet fuck all on your turn.
Do I know obey commands or anything?
They haven't given you one yet.
Good.
Fair enough. I'll just stay put then.
Jewel.
Just looking into this eyes.
I think from my perspective then, S has been the one that's kept my attention. No one's really done much to them. I suppose Lex has hit one of them. That's about it, really.
Mm-hmm. I mean, S has got an arrow, 4 bullet wounds.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try and shoot. It's probably going to miss, but I'm going to shoot for one of her wings. S's wings.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Nine. Cock it.
9. Bolt yet again strays into the wind.
It's my own fault for not using steady aim. So I'm going to try that. Actually, can I do that? Can I try insightful fighting again?
Mm-hmm.
Presume so.
Doesn't say they're immune to it, does it?
No, it doesn't say anything at all. So yeah, I'll try it again.
Doesn't say you can't.
Yeah. So no, not gonna get it again. 7.
Teen on my side.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Cool. That
17.
ends my turn.
Very good. It is S's turn then, who is just going to look towards Valor this time. Fine. If you won't succumb, then you'll have to die. And she's just going to streak 5, 10, 15, 20 to there, and just this claw goes to rake across the front of Valor. That's probably not going to hit, because that is a grand total of 13, so it doesn't. Just scratches, and Valor takes a moment to stretch, sort of steps back, and it catches against the leather corset type thing that Valor wears. Whew. That will be S's go then. Crodmar is yet again going to lean over just towards where S, or aim towards S, pull back, fire 2 arrows. First one is a 15. The second one is more. So 2 hits yet again. 5. 16 points of damage total, reduced to 8 on S. And S is now bloodied.
Finally.
And she's just, that arrow's just going to, one of them is just going to catch her in the neck. That will be Crodmar's go. I then is going to look deep into your eyes, Karsis. Go and get the coins. And run. So on your next turn, you have to use every bit of your ability to go and get those coins.
Mm-hmm. The fucking boots.
Mm-hmm.
Not into them though.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Because that would have been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Flash. Got him.
Lex, your go.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will snap you out of it. And then what I'll do, you'll see a mechanical whistle start to form above Karsis's and I's head. And then the most high-pitched noise you've ever heard in your life will come belting out of it as I cast Shatter. Oh. So that's a con saving throw from both of you, please.
Nice. Oh, that bounced out. We'll roll that again. Oh, that was worse. Three.
18.
That's the way I wanted it to go. You fail, you take half damage, Cassis. Happy days.
Nice.
So that's 13 damage for I, but then what? 7 damage for Cassis.
What type of damage? Is that thunder damage, yeah?
Thunder!
For the thunder.
So I is just going to be there like... and you can see them holding their ears full effect.
Am I allowed to use reactions?
Yes.
Cool. As I see
cool.
the shatter occur, just in time, Cassis is going to put the sword align with their shoulder. And as they do that, the sword starts vibrating with the effect of shatter as I cast Absorb Elements on myself.
Nice. I half expected a counterspell to Cassis be a true dick there.
Not yet. Not a third level yet. Otherwise yeah.
It might have come about.
So
I'm
no
gonna cast
longer
Absorb
charmed,
Elements,
and you
so-
absorb the elements.
I gain resistance to thunder damage.
You do.
So,
So you still take the damage.
Nice.
It wasn't taking that or anything.
so I take half of half.
Oh,
Half of half.
Basically.
awesome!
And then...
Awesome.
So how much was
Very good.
It was 7 you
So-
took.
So
So
you're taking 4 damage.
4? And now the sword is also still vibrating with the thunder energy that is just imbued onto it.
poke.
Hell yeah. That was fucking clutch, Danny.
Valor's got...
It's absolutely the right spell there.
Valor's got the gunner feat anyway, so doesn't technically need to reload, which means she can fire 3 shots with 2 weapon fighting. So he's going to do that, but at point blank range, disadvantage as a result. Just
I use
Heavy
my
pistols.
reaction to restore balance, so she doesn't have disadvantage.
oh,
Oh, he just.
I think that's only on
knocked
one
it out
roll,
of the
right?
park.
I could do it per round, but only twice a day. But yeah,
So
just for this
Nice.
roll. Just for,
Just for the first roll. So the first shot is a 15 on the dice anyway.
Oh, hang
so
on,
that's
let
going
me
to
call me a
hit.
bluff. Is she within 60 feet of me?
No.
She might.
Oh,
She
yes,
is
just.
60 feet.
Oh my god.
The second one, that was a fucking roller coaster, wasn't it? Second one's a natural one, unfortunately, and the third one is a 13 on the dice both times. So yes, 2 of those will hit. One of them will be just a straight D10 though. So 5 for the first, and then a straight D10, which I will roll, is 2. So 7 points of piercing damage into S, point blank. And that will be reduced down to 4. Still bloody, just you can see sort of these blood spurts just spray out now as the third shot just goes wide. Cassis then, having just been mind fucked.
Yeah, Lex would definitely see that there is a very, very devilish look to Cassis now, as they just kind of shake off the damage, look towards I, and said, "I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you. I'm gonna stab him with a Tear of Sorrow." But just before I do that, I will cast Booming Blade onto it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And if it hits, I will dump the Absorb Elements as well.
I am about to
yeah.
get a very big spanking.
18 to hit.
18 is gonna hit.
Do you want damage separately?
I will need the slashing damage or piercing damage separate. But everything
Piercing
else is
damage.
fine. Piercing.
As I stab, I will twist the blade as well, and I'll use my Piercer feat to reroll that damage. Much better. 8 points of piercing damage.
Is it not a magical weapon created by Bladesong?
It is not a magical weapon.
It is not.
Unfortunately.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't turn to
Blade song
magical.
affects the person, not the sword.
How interesting.
Damage from Booming Blade is 2 points of thunder. Damage from Absorb Elements is 2 points of thunder.
2 points of
So 4
thunder
points of
is
thunder
these
damage.
2. thundercrack sort of sound out as you stab in first and then twist. Eye with the blade in its gut is just gonna. Oh. You're no fun.
Sorry.
Not bloodied yet, though.
The booming blade damage doesn't kick in. So take 2 out of that.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Until they move. Yeah.
And I
thought Dargon used to do damage and then also more damage when they moved.
that is at higher levels.
Oh, that would be why then. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Higher level, level 5 is when that starts to
Yes.
occur.
Yeah. Fine. That makes more sense.
And as they say they're no fun, I'll just say, well, come after the fun then, and I'll just move 5 feet away.
Claw is going to rake towards you as you go to step away. The 15 to hit.
It hits my duplicate.
It's your duplicate.
Now we're talking.
So I'm on 2. Because the roll to see whether it hits or not occurs before you roll to hit, which is something I did not know. So yeah.
Jewel then.
Cool. So Jewel will now, having seen S move up to Valor, will, instead of moving round, will just get down onto one knee, steady her arm, bonus action steady aim.
Nice.
Fed up of misunderstanding these creatures, and we'll just fire at S for 18 to hit.
That is going to hit.
Fantastic. Now, that gave me advantage. Does that now give me sneak attack?
It gave you sneak attack anyway because
next to Valor.
S is engaged with Valor, but yes, had they not been engaged, you would have got sneak attack.
Cool, okay. So, that is going to be...
Here comes all the damage. Come on, Dave.
Come on, right.
Natural 20 time.
I've already rolled to hit, but that's fine. It's been such a while. Oh, right, it's 2d6. Cool. Just trying to work out what that was. So that's... 19 points of piercing damage. Kin hell. Including the sneak attack, of course.
Excellent. So as that dagger just lodges itself in above the shoulder,
hand
the wing
crossbow.
comes out.
That was a hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow was that one.
Yes.
As the bolt then fires in, same place. There's just this wince.
You better get off our
They're
ship.
beginning to hurt.
If it bleeds.
Anything else in your
you can
turn?
get
That
it.
was steady aim.
Steady aim, fire, can't move. All good.
Excellent. S then is going to turn towards you, Jewel. Ow. No, you don't want to be doing that. What you want to do is attack this one. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh,
Come on.
marvellous. This is when, I know, it's when I panic and I like, which dice to use? Come on. Alright.
You got this.
12.
It's on the verge.
You are now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Very good. That will be S's go then. And we're then over to Crodmar. Oh no you don't, Missy! 2 more arrows.
Come on, Crodmar.
Yep. Gonna hit. And gonna
Nice.
hit both of those.
Nice.
1 on the damage dice.
Bad
though.
time for that. Oh my god, that was funny.
That's 11 points of piercing damage, reduced down to 6 as another 2 arrows just into S. And she's starting to waver on her feet, just sort of looking really rough at this point. I then... I is just going to fade. It becomes invisible. Or fade. In fact, Lex, make me a straight intelligence check, please.
Nine.
Okay, good to know. This individual just disappears.
Does he move?
Roll your thunder damage for me, please.
Yes.
6.
6.
Thunder.
There is this... They sort of fade, and then there's this sound of... as they stumble back into... this plane.
Nice.
Told you.
Would they? No, in fact, it goes off.
No
I'm
one
just
hears
going to move
it.
them to a different point now, so you don't really know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, you said you moved back onto this plane, so they're not invisible then? Just funked her.
Not anymore. 6. Very good. 6 points of damage. Excellent. We are then over to Lex.
So, not knowing where he has just gone, can I see S?
Yes.
I suppose there's a mast in the way, so I might have to move there, eh? To get the line of sight. So I was behind this mast, I suppose, weren't I? So now I've got line of sight straight. Yeah. And I will, noticing how well the thunder damage has been working, I'll create another chromatic orb. But as it's forming, it's almost like clouds smashing together to form this ball that I'll then just launch at him from across the ship.
Nice.
Hopefully hit.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, it's a 10. It's a 10.
Just streaks over their head as they do just duck, sort of. Anything else on your turn?
No, but some fish is getting fucked up when that lands in the water.
Very good.
It's like a grenade in the water, that is.
Yeah, and then Cock,
Valor at this
with
point.
his true
Yeah, go
sight,
for it.
because he does get a go, but I usually don't give him one because I don't want him to die. Thinking the other one has gone invisible, he will use his true sight to see if he can find this disappeared guy. He doesn't know,
Okay,
but it
so-
makes sense for him to try.
Cog's eye just lights up, and you can see this sort of beam of bluish light just sort of scan around. But Cog continues looking and sees nothing. Valor then is going to sort of plant a foot against S and kick, but it's going to be a shove. So that's going to be... Ooh, that's pretty good. It's a 23 on the shove with a save of... Not enough. 10. As S just gets shoved back 5 feet, and as that happens, you just see Valor spin the pistols round and just fires twice.
Nice.
So that will be 2 weapon fighting with that one. That first one is going to miss, and then the second one just hits. So that's going to be a single D10's worth of damage. which is 4 points reduced to 2. Karsis.
Okay, yeah. Seeing that the other one has disappeared, I really don't want to leave Lex here. Sorry, I'm just going to do some stuff. 25. Okay, I can probably do that. I'm going to move. I'll just say to Lex, I'll be back. 5, jump, 10, 15, 20. It's really annoying. Okay. In 20, so I did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. And as I'm moving, I am grabbing onto the shadow of my sword, casting Shadow Blade as a bonus action, so that works.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll lob the Shadow Blade towards S, as it does have the throw and light property.
Oh, it does.
Nice.
$24.
Oh,
24 will absolutely hit.
beautiful.
10 points of psychic damage, please.
This shadow-like blade then just flies and she is still standing, but looks totally rocked at this point. Just breath becomes shaky.
Nice. Okay. With that, I will then use. I move 25. I have 15 left. 5, 10. Oh man, so far away. 5, 10, 15 towards Lex.
Anything else? I think that's it. Bonus action.
No, it's gonna be it. It's gonna be it. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Duel.
Was I given a
Currently
command?
Charmed. Yes, you were told to attack Valor.
Has she got half cover due to the railings of the stairs from me kneeling down?
Nope.
Okay.
Because you can see upwards towards where she is.
Matt, just to note, I'm concentrating on Shadow Blade.
You are.
I should also say the Shadow Blade disappears as soon as it impacts S.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a physical weapon.
So,
So it just impacts.
crossbow bolt to Valor then.
Crossbow bolt at Valor.
Crispa bolt.
Probably gonna fucking hit her as well. 19.
19 does hit.
Cool.
As you just point, dreamy-eyed. And
Now, I didn't steady aim for that, and
Nope.
no one's near her, so standard damage.
mm-hmm.
Okay. That's cocked. Let's try that again. Damn it. Full damage, 9 points.
9 points of damage.
Piercing.
Valor will take all 9 points as she just fires these two balls. The shadow blade impacts, and then you just turn. I'm so gonna slap you for that later. Anything else on your turn, Jewel?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I will actually. As Valor is who I've shot at, and I'm right in her way, she has 2 guns. I'm going to move behind the. I'm gonna move behind there, and yeah, fuck it, bonus action hide. Let's do it.
Okay.
So, stealth check, I presume.
Yes.
24.
24. Okay.
I'll even say, because that was only 5 foot of
Okay.
movement, that sort of go up there and also then climb 5 foot up the mast, sort of on the ropes, so that where she thinks I was, I am not.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise I'm behind the mast, and that just stealth check makes no sense whatsoever.
You can't see me. You're behind the mast. I'm not here.
Add a bit of flavour to it, why not? She might have seen me, I don't know.
Very good.
Maybe she did.
S then, having a telepathic connection to you, is going to move 5, 10, and flies then up to a equal height.
Uh-oh.
Come here, child. And he's just going to pull you in for a kiss. I need a wisdom... a constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, this is going to go smashingly, lads. It's a 2.
Arc.
Plus nothing.
Fuck. A duck.
That's a lot of dice.
10,
She's going to heal herself with whatever she's doing now.
17...
Probably.
Or you'll just get hepatitis.
30 points of psychic damage to Julie.
I am
30?
out. 30.
30.
I fall to the floor, presumably losing a death saving throw.
You would.
How high are
as
you?
5 foot up in the air. As in, I've gone
5
at least
foot.
5 foot up in the air, so...
So no, you wouldn't, because it's 10 foot you take
Oh,
damage.
okay.
So you just drop.
Yeah, I mean, I said I went 5 foot up, so...
So no longer charmed as you've taken damage, but you are unconscious.
And she's healed, hasn't she?
Nope.
Oh, thank God.
As Jewel drops, and she's just gonna... I'll get one, at least. And that will be her go. Your hit point maximum is also reduced by an amount.
Of course it fucking is.
30.
How does that work? Does that not kill me?
You're
Like, outright?
dead?
You are now dead.
Holy shit! Right-row. Guys,
Jewel falls. Crodmar, seeing this, is just going to lean over. No! 2 arrows, very quick succession. One of which is going to hit. Which, with
So
1
is
hit
this-
point left, is going to drop her. So,
She had 1 hit
straight
point
in the
left.
head.
What a
And
bitch.
she just falls to the floor, dead. I then is going to
Oh,
reappear.
fuck you, Dave. Fuck you with that light.
oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I mean, I have it. I have to use it. Also, I can do fun shit like this.
God.
Those dead.
So yeah, I is going to reappear next to Lex, but that is his action as he just turns, looks at his sister. No! And that is it. Lex, it is your turn.
I
Get
will
the fuck out
go
of those.
5, 10, use the jumpy ring to then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and jump all the way over to Jewel. Because I can triple it. Triple my jumping speed to 24 feet from the 10 feet. And
You
then
are
I'll
going to take
automatically...
4 points of slashing damage with an opportunity attack because it just scratches at you. In fact, I'm going to make that a disadvantage because it's distracted by his sister and misses, so ignore that.
Happy days. And then I'll automatically pour a healing potion down Thingy's throat. Down Jewel's throat.
So as you
It's
pour this
2d4
healing
plus
potion,
4.
no effect.
That is 9.
Jewel is...
No effect!
She's
Jewel is dead.
Dead. Not
He's
saving
doing
throw.
what he knows.
Dead.
He's doing what he knows. Oh,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh no, I haven't got enough spell slots. Well, fucked then. That's it. I've used all my turn and achieved nothing.
Valor then is going to 5, 10,
Hog's gonna start
15,
CPR
20,
on his
25,
turn.
30. I'm going to say eyes in half cover. This is going to be a disadvantage. 1,
Didn't Jewel die last time as well?
miss.
And unconscious.
No, just dropped. Miss. And then
Yeah, this is a dead
there's a nat 20.
immediately.
This is Kirik needed dead.
Yeah, this is Ring
So that
Nylon.
was... So Valor with 2 weapon fighting ability being the only hits is going to deal 1d10 worth of damage to I, which is max damage, but is going to amount to 5 in total as 3 shots. Just Karsis.
Seeing what's just happened, I'll use bonus action to resummon the Shadow Blade into my hand. And I'll just move, just like deadpan face, just move almost slowly, but obviously in Blade Song it still looks quick. I'm just going to use my action to attack with the Shadow Blade.
Go for it.
22 to hit.
Nice.
$13 points of psychic damage.
13 points of psychic damage.
This is not where I thought this episode was going today.
Still standing.
Motherfucker. How much do they have? Yeah, that's my turn. Action, bonus action.
That's
it.
your turn. Jewel is dead. S is dead. Crodmar then is just gonna lean down. You as well, you bastard! 2 shots. Hit. And just a hit. So... Oh no, that one's 18. Ugh, shit damage on that first one. A 12 points of damage to I, reduced to 6. And then it's I's turn, who's just going to look you dead in the eye, Karsis. You may look like us, but I will still rip your heart out. The claws are going to go forward for you. 15 to hit.
Hits my duplicate.
It's your duplicate. It's just... What is this? And let his eyes go. Lex.
with nothing else that he can think to do, to be honest, to help Jewel, he's going to look at I, use suggestion. So that's a wisdom 13 saving throw from I, please.
10. Yeah, 9, sorry.
Awesome. And the suggestion will be pointing to Jewel. Bring her back now. Is there anything you can think of to try? Bring her back to life now. Just to be specific, just in case you literally pick her up and bring her back.
Bad. That is not a bad shout, my friend. That is really not a bad shout.
It's when you find that if you put 2 of the coins on, on the eyes, that someone comes back.
I checked what the soul coins could do to see if I could use them to bring them back.
Yeah,
swap a soul out.
Suddenly, I've got to play a completely different character in the same skin.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
The only thing is, this is
It's
interesting. If the person can't do it, suggestion fails. That's an interesting one to bear in mind.
Yeah. Man, it's worth a try at this point. You're 0 out of 0. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I suddenly realised I need to change that as well.
Yeah.
Just to double check.
Okay.
Are you immune to being charmed, Matt?
Oh.
I did a
No.
clinic. I roll myself. I did a sum out.
Nope.
But I'm being honest. You're not immune to being
Well, it's
charmed.
good to
So
check.
you have seen this creature phase in and phase out already. Its head's just going to cock slightly, looking towards you, Lex. Okay. And it's just going to phase. And it looks like it goes ghostly for a minute. Jewel,
Yeah.
roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, flipping heck.
Come on, Jewel.
Does this need to be good or
There's-
bad?
If
What's
there's a
this
time
gonna
to roll
be?
an actual 20,
Fuck knows. Fuck knows.
What's this got to be? Right. Oh, charisma. 13.
You are floating in the world between worlds. You see multiple other spectral figures around you, and then these 2 leathery wings just sort of envelop around you. You were in the ethereal plane just before going to death. And this creature pulls you back. And you see I then appear again, but holding this spectral figure. And I is just going to then wander. 5, 10,
did I fucking do
15,
it?
20, 25. I think that was 30 to there.
Yeah, it was.
And just pushes this spectral figure into Jewel's body. Jewel, you are still unconscious, but your soul is still in your body.
Oh, fuck.
who needs a fucking healer? Get in.
Fucking Lex, man. Jesus.
If they'd not had the etherealness ability, that would never have worked.
That is
Yeah.
probably the coolest thing I think I've ever done.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I very much played Rule of Cool on that one.
Unbelievable.
It's up there. It's up there. Absolutely MVP for Lex.
It makes up for all the
Jeez
2s I've rolled in the past 10 episodes.
Hang on, sorry, Danny. Suggestion just worked.
Yes.
Twice. I've used it twice in this campaign, which is more than 180 odd episodes or whatever it was.
So all of that has just happened in a round of turns. So I'm going to say everybody's missed a round there while we got to I, because nobody wanted to attack I at that point. We are back round to Lex, technically. What do you want to do now? As you see
Healing
this
potion.
spectral form of Lex, of Jewel just placed into the body.
I've got another healing potion left, so I will pour it down the gullet of Jewel, which is all but 7 hit points. Better than now, won't it?
Jewel, you will regain...
Sorry, not 7. 5.
So, Jewel, what I'm going to say is your hit point maximum goes up to 7.
Okay. So
You are now making death saving throws.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to let it be that easy.
That's fine.
No, we're making progress. We're getting there. We're getting there inch by inch.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
This is things I have to do.
So, bonus actions, Lex. Anything else?
I've not really got a lot left character sheet wise to do, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, I'll say that's you then.
Yeah.
Valor at this point is just going to hold the guns up. Well, I'm assuming that's it. 3 shots.
Over my head as I'm crouched down with Jewel just...
Fine. What is that? That is 15, 25, and a 23. So one of them. 12, 18 plus 3, 21 reduced to 11. And as those 3 shots ring out, the final one, so one shot just sort of through the side, another shot through the neck, and the final one through the temple, as I, still partially charmed, coming back from that suggestion, just fall to the side, and the brains scatter across the deck. And we are out of combat. Jewel, make me a death saving throw, please.
Shit. And corruption. No, that didn't roll well for me. Roll this one. 15.
15. Nice. 1 success. Lex, as you're there knelt next to Jewel's body, where the fur had gone sort of like grey, it now ripples with this dark black again. And you sort of almost see the chest just... It looks like the heartbeat once.
It's working.
Karsis.
Yeah?
What do you want to do? Your goes.
Jeez.
What? Is it me?
God. So, is Jewel back alive?
Doing death saving throws, unconscious,
Right.
could
1
still
success.
go. Yeah.
Okay. Man. Yeah, I'll just move closer, look around, see if there's anything else coming our way. Still very much in battle mode. Making sure we are actually safe. I'll actually turn to Krogmar. I'll say, "Do you see anything else coming?"
Nothing from up here. How is she?
I'll not respond, as I actually have no idea because my medicine is shite. And I'll look at Lex and I'll say, "Plans?"
I've done my plan. I'm out of ideas.
Oh, good. Because you tried a healing potion, that didn't work. So, yeah, hey, I've got nothing. So I'll just,
I've got mending. That's it.
But she's not a machine, is she?
No.
That's gonna be my turn. I was just looking over Jewel, but knowing that I don't really know what to do.
Jewel, make me a death saving throw, please.
Ooh, here we go. 14.
14, another success. Lex. What do you wish to do in this
I
moment?
will. What will I do? I will just. There's nothing I can do. I keep double checking machine. Nothing's changed since the last time I looked.
Same, literally.
So
So
I'm
used
just gonna.
So used to seeing
So
cure
used to
wounds on
somebody
there.
stepping in and sorting this shit out when this stuff goes bad. Do you know what I mean? So used to there being a Kirik just over here somewhere going, it's alright guys, don't worry about it, I'm here. I will just grab
I've got
hold of
Revivify always prepared, it's fine.
Jules' hand, and I'll just hold her hand against my chest and put my hand on her chest and just fucking hope for the best.
Okay. Jewel, make me a death saving throw, please.
Anything but a natural one.
Oh, don't you...
Why have you said that? Why have you done
Yeah,
that?
I mean, come on. 8.
One failure. At this moment, you hear footsteps. Dis runs out on deck. The fuck is happening? Oh no, Jewel. Dis is just gonna... The wings outstretch and flies towards Jewel. Slides onto her knees. What happened?
She's dead. Well, she
Not if I
was.
can help it. Dis takes out a contraption, and this gem appears in Dis's hands, slams it into Jewel's chest, and casts Spare the Dying.
Thank fuck for that.
Oh my god.
Artificers.
Jewel
Wow.
becomes stable.
In a momentary lapse of emotional concentration, I will just embrace them both like a relieved hug.
Dis is just going to look up towards Romeo. We need to get them to a cruise, and quick. Time to go across the land. Romeo's just going to go, you got it. Spins the wheel. And the Ebon Mirth creeps in from its coastal routes and heads across the land of Gildawn towards a cruise. And that is where we are going to leave it tonight, as we are half an hour over time, so I apologise for that, but it got rather exciting towards the end there. So, thank you so much for joining us. I am pleased to say that the winner of our competition is the only person that actually answered the question. So, JK, I know you have had to disappear from the stream, but I will contact you this week to get your email address so we can get you signed up for Battle Bards, and you will get your free month of Battle Bards 2.0. So congratulations, well done, thank you for that. We will let you know about the upcoming giveaways, as there is more stuff to come. We're going to work with Battle Bards a bit more, but there is also something very special on its way, so please stay tuned for that. I'm not going to say too much more other than please stick around for the raid. Check out all of our past episodes on YouTube. This episode will go live on Friday. Thank you so much for that straight away. Follow just as we're closing though. Amazing. Yes, so we will be here same time next week, 7:30 p.m. GMT or UK time on Twitch. And there may be a slight change for that as well. So yes, thank you very much for all your support tonight. Thank you for sticking with us. Have a great week, and we will see you next time.